Hi, I'm TJ Hoffman, the Chief Operating Officer of Sibme, and I'm excited to show you today a very small portion of what Sibme can do, focusing entirely on our AI functionality. So Sibme is a web and mobile platform that's available on any device that's private, secure, and password protected, allowing teachers and educators to collaborate with one another, share feedback, and also get advice from our AI engine or curate data from our AI engine around artifacts of teaching and learning. What you see on my screen is a recording of a lesson along with comments made by people in any organization. So you can see here that there are 3 people who have access to this teacher's 1-hour lesson, but it's not just video, right? There's also, there could be audio recordings here. We've got student work that we can also make comments on, and lesson plans, instructional materials, or anything else. All this is captured easily within our system and then stored securely within shared spaces that we call huddles inside of our account. The data can be both qualitative and quantitative in terms of collection. So you see here, we've got the TEI rubric available to provide more context around what kinds of feedback are being provided. But then based on this manually collected data, our AI can capture all sorts of quantitative and qualitative feedback. So what you see immediately is that the video here, the faces have been blurred. That was done by our AI. A transcription has been already run, done by the AI, where you can see also the teacher's been identified in the transcript so that I can see and read quickly what went on in this 1-hour lesson. But then based on this information, what you see here is a bunch of AI reports that capture all sorts of important data around teaching and learning. So here's a quick summary: ratios of teacher talk and student talk by time. You can see question types. So I can see what kinds of questions are being asked, who's responding to those questions, what kinds of feedback is the teacher giving, what's the language complexity of the teacher's speech, how fast are they speaking, all kinds of stuff. But you don't have to take our word for it. The nice thing about it is these reports are here, but they're right alongside the artifacts from which they got their evidence. So if I want to see where cold call questions are being asked inside of this lesson, I can click on this chart, see these questions, and go directly to those moments. So I can inspect what the AI is finding to see if it's accurate. So that gives your educators a little bit more confidence to know that what we're analyzing is what they're finding in their artifacts. But that's the beginning of this. Based on all of that information, the really groundbreaking thing that we have to offer is our AI Insights. So our AI Insights is a large language model generated chatbot that has a wealth of knowledge about education. It's an education specific model, but it also has very specific education information about your classroom. So what you see here is all of those things I just showed you with the click of a button are instantly shared so that then I can begin to talk to it about anything related to this lesson. But what we've done is we've engineered a bunch of predetermined prompts that are based on all of these AI charts, the lesson plan, the student work. If I added instructional materials, I could get that, the transcript, the comments, and the rubric. So it's going to then give me an opportunity to simply say, well, how did I allocate time in this lesson without having to ask a question? And then the AI is going to go through and it's going to both do analysis, but also pull evidence. If I wanted to go in and say, show me evidence of where you see performance on the TEI rubric, I could simply click a button. It's going to read the rubric. It's going to look at the lesson. It's going to look at the student work. And then based on that, give me moments in the lesson that are evidence of performance on that rubric. I can then use that information to talk to the co-pilot and ask questions, or talk to another human being and find out what to do about that information to provide a more scalable support system for educators as they continue to develop new skills for learning themselves to help more students learn how to achieve the student performance outcomes that you have for them.